Okay, now I see why Jemele Hill has this warped perspective of on the black community, especially black men. Like I recently watched an interview that she did on Vlad TV. It was broken up into 15 parts. Like if you follow DJ Vlad, uh, and you notice when he interviews certain people, he breaks up the video into like 9 or 10 different parts, and then after he finishes doing that, he'll put the whole interview together for anybody who wants to see it. Well, like I was watching the one about the recently ousted ESPN uh, a commentator named Jemele Hill, and when she was talking about her upbringing, she said her parents weren't married. Her mother had her when she was 18, and like both of her parents were drug addicts. She said like her father was addicted to heroin, and like I forget what drug it said her mother was on, but she said she said her mother was raped at knife point, and she was molested by her uncle for 4 or 5 years, and due to the fact that that stuff happened to her, it caused her to like be afraid of the dark, sleep certain way. Like she always slept with a baseball bat, a knife, and a gun by her bedside, and she said had a falling out with her. Like Jemele said, she had a falling out with her stepfather, and she didn't really connect with her real father like that, even after he got clean. But she would just talk. She would just talk about what she was going through, her upbringing. A lot of black people can relate to that. I can't relate to that, but both of my parents weren't drug addicts or were not addicted to drugs or whatnot. And I was never molested by anybody like that. But and apparently that's never happened to Jemele Hill, even though that happened to her parents. But just because that happened to your parents or your mother or father, to me, it happened that everybody who looks like or relates to your father has to take the blame for it. Because I noticed that she, Jemele Hill, she's quick to throw brothers under the bus, saying that black men are like the white men of the black community. Like, really? So I'm thinking like that. So when she's saying all this crazy stuff about black men, I kind of see where it derives from, like how her father was and what how her uncle was and how her mother was. But so like that type of thinking, that type of mindset comes from somewhere. But you know what? If that happened, like there's sisters who went through the same thing that she has and her mother has, but they didn't throw black men under the bus. So that has to derive from another type of source. Just throwing black men under the bus because your father was a heroin addict, or your uncle was your great uncle was molesting your mother. But she is not the first person that's ever happened to, and there are some who've been through that, but they didn't throw black men who they never met or who they're not related to under the bus. So you can't really use that as a justification, Jemele, for throwing brothers under the bus, because all black men didn't do this to your mother. All black men didn't molest or rape your mother. Okay, so for you to just throw brothers under the bus, that's very disingenuous, and that's very wrong. Okay, I'm still not riding with Jemele Hill, even after what she said or what she's been through. I'm still not riding with her. Okay, but I now know why she has this type of mindset.